And that button doesn't work anymore. Welcome to Blathering Live, the start of a holiday week here. For those that celebrate, for those that don't, we're here as well. It's the Blathering Live with me, Napzok. If you're watching, you can see producer Steve on the screen. Sometimes when we're doing our pre-show chat, I forget to take him off. But, you know, he's here. It's the spirit of Thanksgiving. I'm giving you even more airtime. How are you doing, Steve?
Doing well as always. Thank you, Ken. Thank you as always for having me. Happy Thanksgiving week. Yeah, I'm here. I'm always ready to go just in case. You know, I try to be prepared as well as I can.
I spent a lot of time over the weekend with my folks, and as my dad, how do I say this? Watching my dad and seeing him age and seeing some of his spaciness, I was like, yeah, that's where I'm headed, and I'm probably there now. And that's an example of it. I never remember to start the show the right way with you off screen. Sometimes.
Get there. There's a lot. We need like a pre-flight checklist to get you really going.
I'd ignore it. That's why I can't be a pilot.
I know. Yeah.
I'd ignore it. I don't see it. There was a grammar error in the Force Center live stream for a day. I don't see it. Until someone points it out. Here's what we got for today. Today's Advice Monday. Do you have some advice? I want you to call on the show and ask for advice. Stupid, silly, serious. Don't forget, I like to get poignant here too. I'm not just a clown. I'm a dummy, but I like answering serious questions. It's T-Day week. Steve's got a lot of things on Thanksgiving. You're going to find out how much I actually don't like parades. This show's been me, Steve, slowly peeling back the layers on how angry I get at things. And parades is really high on the list. We got Dr. Addy with a Monday science segment. We're going to talk about why you should not deep fry your frozen turkey. Don't do that. Don't take your life in your own hands. And Steve lost this week, at least his team did, and we're going to talk about the emotional cost of losing, and we'll get you through it, Steve. I, as a Miami Dolphin fan, know how to lose.
I appreciate that. I need all the help I can get. Let's not start there. Let's start happier than that. I don't want to be off on the wrong foot.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll work up to it. I do want your advice. Call in the show, be a YouTube channel member, and you can get to the link to call in. Be a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/Napzok. Don't forget over there, the Young Guns 2 watch along is up. I apologize for the first half of tech issues. Just a slight echo. But you can check it out there. Little housekeeping. I want to sell some wares. I do have a comedy special out there. Ken Napzok In My Day Life at the Harrison Pub is available on my Bandcamp page. KenNapzok.bandcamp.com. I kind of sometimes forget that I have that thing recorded live in London in 2023. Pick it up. It's a small little price there. We'd appreciate it. Might help me get through the December month. Also, promo. This is the thumbnail for the lyric visualizer, but that's coming out too. The Moonagers, the musical project I have with Brian Tiller and Sean Arnold with a little wonderful drumming help from Jonas Bergens. Got a new tune coming out December 2nd, End of the Road. I love you to pick up that song, if you will. It is Steve, it's a breakup song, and no one's smiling while they sing.
See, like I said, music that makes me sad. So this would just add to that layer of all music making me sad. So thank you for that, Ken.
You're welcome. All right, let's get to it. Also, he's asked for the time. And a little bit here, our buddy Ken Plume from Force 5 and a bit of a chat and Fortnite. He's just from Fortnite. He's going to call on the show, and he's going to yell at me about my dislike of FriendsGiving, which I revealed today that FriendsGiving, the existence of FriendsGiving and the term FriendsGiving is the reason I can't commit to being 100% a socialist. Every time I hear it, a little more capitalism kind of chips away at my socialism monolith.
You're going to be that graph that's like a meme where it's like they start off Republican and they get enlightened and they're all libbed up and they're left on everything. And then as you get older, you're just like, ah, shit, nope, here we go. We're sliding right back in.
We're sliding right back in. Yeah, absolutely. Carbon Swap has a super chat. Thanks for that. You should smile more. That's it. That's a reference to something I posted there in the goal. So let's start this off, Steve, before I get yelled at for FriendsGiving, which I legitimately turned down 2 invites this week. You've got some great thoughts about Thanksgiving, and there's one question I'm really intrigued about here. I'm just going to make you guess. But what do you got here on Thanksgiving?
Of the Thanksgiving questions that I sent you, what do I think is your?
No, just ask what you want.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, on the board here. So, what is the best like one-hit wonder you have seen from Thanksgiving? A lot of times people go have like Thanksgiving traditions. We do the same thing every year, but like I said, I do mostly or all family Thanksgivings. I've never done a true Friendsgiving. So I've seen some interesting guests every now and then. There's a couple of one-time, one-hit wonder, whether they're boyfriend, girlfriends, friend of a friend, or someone else's friend that showed up at Thanksgiving dinner. Both of my sides of the family were kind of, taken to the cat off the street types. So there were many people that were at our Thanksgiving that we didn't know as kids. It was very strange. I wondered if you had any of those growing up, because I certainly had more than a handful.
My favorite one of all time that I was like witness to, despite on this episode, I might say some stuff about families and how I don't really love family things. They make me itchy, and I don't like being around a lot of family. I also actually love family, and I've been around family a lot for the holidays. And Thanksgiving was one of the years. Every year we go up to Green Valley Lake in San Bernardino Mountains, which is my great aunt and uncle's house. And every once in a while, their British friend Bernard would show up. And Bernard, looking back, was a Mike Myers character that had yet to be created. He was everything you want of a British guest, including like the pull-up sweater, the big like block glasses, and the smell. It was fantastic. And he would show up every once in a while because he was in country visiting, and they knew him through their church and missionary work and everything. And I grew up kind of loving London and being obsessed with London because of Bernard. The 2 times I think I was around him, because he'd bring out maps. Remember those? And he'd like unfurl the map on the page and what dinner was being cooked. Like a little 10-year-old kid would just be with him and he'd be like, "That's the River Thames, and that's this," and he'd just it was great. He was like and we watched Paddington Bear. He put in a VHS tape, and then he just gone. And then he didn't. I don't know if he passed on, or I don't know what happened. He was a 2-hit wonder. He was a 2-hit wonder, Bernard.
He just did that with another family, I'm sure, and like he just has a rotation every 2 or 3 years. He just kind of like it's like he's like a Thanksgiving spirit or a Thanksgiving mascot. He just he just appears every few years with some graces his presence for some family every 3 years. That's amazing. You had a whimsical British man as a holiday.
A very whimsical
tradition.
British
That's
man.
amazing.
And then I brought one. Like, if you ask this of my family, because for like the first like 15, 16 years in LA, every Thanksgiving, I'd go to my uncle's house up in Granada Hills. He now lives in Vegas. We don't speak as much on account of mega politics, but there was Christmas Eve and Thanksgiving, I'd swing over to the house. And one, I think it might have been Christmas Eve, but let's just say it was a holiday. Let's just make this a holiday question. I brought my girlfriend at the time. This was my first serious girlfriend, December 2004. And I was so happy to finally like show up and be like, look at me, right? And she was very awkward, and I don't blame her for that, but all the stuff. And then her and I broke up like a month later. And then my uncle, who was an LAPD officer for a combined 55 years active and reserve, told me, I was like, "Yeah, we broke up. I don't know. I think she had some issues." And he's like, "Yeah, she was doing meth." I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Yeah, I didn't want to tell you, but the whole time she was at the party, I was like, this person's doing a lot of meth." And turns out she was. So she was a one-hit wonder. The only time she showed up to the thing, I did it. I brought her.
Oh man, that beats my story by a mile. Ken, how did your uncle didn't do you like? He waited a month to tell you that? He didn't like he got it the next day. Be like, "Hey, Kenny, just wanted to let you know, Tiffany, I picked her up once or twice. Not good."
Yeah, look how wrinkly my hands are. I'm getting so old. How do I explain this by being? Well, we get. Look, I was a late bloomer. All right, I was a late bloomer. You know what that means, Steve? Right?
They were rooting for you that bad.
No sexual intercourse for a long time in my life, and it was painfully clear. But if you just look the way I acted in society, lacked the knowledge that I knew how to do that, and so my uncle was like, I was just happy that maybe you were getting some. I just didn't want to tell you she was doing meth. That she was grinding her teeth the whole time, and that everything about her was a meth user. She was a librarian too. She was studying to be a librarian. Sorry, Carbon Swap is a librarian. Maybe you know her. But I did that. I brought the greatest one-hit wonder.
Yeah. I mean, you got to weigh your pros and cons there, right? You know, librarian, possible meth. You know, you got.
So I love this. Yeah.
All that
if anyone out there, that's tonight's question. If you call in before you get to your advice or anything, that's our Dan Patrick calls question of the day type of thing. Favorite one-hit wonder at a holiday party, especially Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving.
Always a good one. Always a good one. I had quite a few, but the best Thanksgiving guest that I had an interaction like that I saw was actually when we were not hosting Thanksgiving, was at a family friends for Thanksgiving, and this family friend had an older son who was probably almost 10 years older than I was. This was I was a kid, and his parents knew that he went through girlfriends fairly quickly. And so he introduced this girl to the family at Thanksgiving dinner. They had never met her before. And I just remember his dad said something that he thought, I think, was under his breath, but wasn't quite as under his breath as he thought it was, or he just had the eggnog confidence kind of a thing. And was like, "Oh, don't worry, sweetie. I don't need to remember your name." And, and I've never seen a girl like cry like that in front of a group of people, like so broken. And yeah, that, all sorts of problems that day. Like everyone got in trouble except for mom, because mom was just mad at everybody. I don't know what the kid did really to get in trouble, but he heard it from everybody too. So yeah, that wasn't good.
Wonderful time of the year. Yeah. I think I was a one-hit wonder, but in a good way. Like 2016 helped my friend out. And we were very close. And her mom was like dating someone, and we went to his family, and she was like, "Please come with me." And so we did. We drove out there. It was like Inland Empire. I had an okay time, but I razzle dazzled. I did every kind of like life of the party kind of trick. Everyone kind of loved me. And then I was like, let's get the hell out of here, because it's a bunch of weirdos. Let's leave. So they have probably like, remember that one year that one dude was here?
Exactly. Yeah. See, I want to hear about that one year where you had the dude. Like, where was the weird dude that showed up to your Thanksgiving one year and you never heard from again? Or,
that I had? Oh yeah. I don't have any
exactly.
Of that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It sounds like you were that guy.
I was.
Someone out there is telling the story of, it's like, oh man, there was this guy who was here for Thanksgiving that one year.
Yeah. I love being that. So there you go. That's one thing. Adam Knight says, meth librarian's kind of new one for me. Bravo, Cat. MySpace. Met her on MySpace. Chris is going to look out for grinding teeth at librarian concert. Oh, yeah, I'll talk to you off air. There's a good chance. You know her. I don't know. Detective Carson says librarians deal with some crazy shit. One of my best friends is manager of a local library. They do. Chris will tell you, but I don't think that means they should be doing copious amounts of meth. That's maybe not. I could be wrong. Big plans for you this Thanksgiving, Steve. What are you doing?
No big plans. We're hosting our small family here. I bought the bird over the weekend. Haven't picked out a name yet, but I'll probably pick out a name between now and Thanksgiving morning. I named the bird just so I have something to refer to her during the cooking process. You
name it to kill it again?
No, I name it so that I have an easier way to, like, it's the same reason I named the robot Sally, our Roomba.
Sure. Roomba. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can like refer to the bird and it's by its name. Like, I'm in conversation. I'm talking to my wife, like across it. Like, hey, like I think one year we named it Eleanor. Like, hey, Eleanor, let's check on Eleanor, something like that. You know what I mean? Instead of just saying the turkey or the bird, it's just give it a name. Why not?
Oh, yeah.
And then I carve Eleanor up at the end of it.
Yeah, that's where this all ends. It's rather violent. Yeah. Okay. I'm not against it. I'm just
it's more of a logistics thing than a emotional thing. Don't worry.
Yeah. Logistics. Go get Eleanor. Eleanor G, I think you're swell. All right, so this is the stuff I want to know. Let's take a call. Addie says that's dark. Ken Plume's queued up here. We're going to transition to Friendsgiving screaming, but I do want to take a call here from Sean. Sean, get in here, and let's hear your Thanksgiving one-hit wonders and take anything you want to say to air. How you doing, Shawnee?
All good on my end, brother.
Good, man.
Always a pleasure to see you.
Good to have you back. What is? Do you have any Thanksgiving one-hit wonders?
I was a one-hit wonder once. Just the accent, of course. My first Thanksgiving in Texas.
Oh, geez, that had to go well for everyone involved.
It was fun, brother.
What was the passing through relationship that? What was it? What
My first year in the army.
Okay, so swing it through. So someone said, "Come on over. We don't want you eating alone," and you went. Is that the picture?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, why am I going to go to the chow hall when somebody's inviting me into a house?
I mean, because it's the chow hall. I mean, who? That's the place to be on Thanksgiving. All right, that's great. So Sean, there's someone out there going, "Hey, remember that one year some guy from New York was here?"
Absolutely.
Remember that guy? They're on in my world. They're on another podcast call-in show saying that right now. Yeah, he was very nice. He had an accent. It was kind of funny to us. But what's on your mind tonight, buddy? Do you need advice? Do you have anything to talk about? What
do I need advice? Well, show of hands. I'm not going to be a criminal if I put out that canned cranberry sauce stuff, looking, all gelatinous like.
Are you gonna? I got to get my friend Jeff May to call back to the show. He is a staunch defender of the canned cranberries, ripples and all. I think you'll be okay. I might prefer to have it look a little less canny, but at the end of the day, I'm just mixing it with stuffing, right? I don't need it to be special.
Like us barbarians just kind of put it on a separate plate and you just slice it off as you go.
You just slurp it. You just slurp it down to the can and you put it there. Okay,
that's it.
I have no problem with that.
Bunch of Gaelic heathens we are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, Sean. That's how my family always did it. There was no presentation. It was just there on its own little dish, looked like a gravy dish, and it was ribbed for your pleasure and ready to go.
It's the nostalgia of it. You know what I mean?
It's the sound. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a sound to it. Yeah, there's a sound. There's a texture.
There's a jiggle.
Yeah.
There's a jiggle.
Yeah, there is. There's a science to it.
No judgment here, Sean. You're safe with us.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, that's why it's the Blathering.
No one's safe here, except for you and Cranberry. Thanks, buddy. Anything else here before we let you go? You got big plans for your Thanksgiving?
No, just, doing the family bit, having a good time, not too crazy. And tomorrow, if anybody's in the Queens area, I am celebrating Evacuation Day. My door is open.
Okay. Come on in. What's the main meal served?
Oh, I don't know. Mashed potatoes and beer. That's it. That's it.
Oh, okay. I'd have those together.
It's just a regional party, man. We got to kick the Brits out. Yay. Let's celebrate.
That's right. Just watching about Evacuation Day in the dock. All right, Shotty. I won't be there, but please pour some beer onto your mashed potatoes for me.
Absolutely, man. All the best, guys. Love you.
Love you too, Shotty. Checking in from New York City. Adjacent. All right, so let's do this. Let's bring Mr. Plume on the show here. I don't even know what I'm gonna hear him out, Steve. Okay, I want you referee here. Now, what side are you on the Friendsgiving debate, Steve?
I'm not anti-Friendsgiving. I've never participated or hosted a Friendsgiving myself, but I mean, all the power to you. It seems like a lot of work. My question about Friendsgiving is: if you do is this always in place of a family Friendsgiving? Are you a bit of a Friendsgiving whore in that you go to like 3 Friendsgivings during like the course of a day, kind of a thing? Are you one of those kind of harlots that like you have a piece of turkey at like 3 different people's houses and then you finally go home at the end of the day? I know plenty of people who did that.
That's an interesting
they use like their kids or their whatever to like, oh, we gotta go to this person's house and we gotta go to this, or you gotta go one side of the family and the other if you live in the same town, kind of thing, and then you get double the holiday. That's a lot.
Okay, well, so I was talking about this just yesterday. I won't reveal this comedian performer's name, but you probably know him if you're a Washington Commander fan. I said, like, you want me to eat that much food this far away from my own bathroom and I'm not related to any of you? No. The answer is no. And he said, there's 3 football games that day, making it 3 times worse than any Super Bowl party. And that's the other factor into on Thanksgiving Day stuff. There's football on. I'm going to watch football I don't need to hear a second cousin talking about what they did at work this week. I don't need it. I don't need it. I'll stay by myself. But I have to keep an open mind, right, Steve?
It's good to keep an open mind. You're learning. But the football back in the day, Ken, it used to be like done at like 4:00. Then we could actually just fall asleep and not do anything. Now, then they extended it to like, we have a football game in the morning, and then we have to. That's true. They pulled them out, and then they added a third night game and everything. It's a whole thing.
Yeah,
it is. But
Lions in the morning, Cowboys in the afternoon. Now it's some random teams in the evening. I agree with that.
Now we have some Rams in the evening, and no one knows. That evening Thanksgiving game is like a black hole of space and time of football because
I agree with that.
No one watches that. Everyone's asleep by the turkey and the drinking and everything. Like no one goes to bed after like 9 on Thanksgiving. Come on.
That's true. All right. But I promised I'd hear him out. Mr. Ken Plume, host of Force 5, A Bit of a Chat, and many other fine podcast programs, produces Hey, We Got This. We got this. Not Hey, We Got This. I added the hey. Mr. Plume, you're on the air here.
Listen, you can bring me on camera. I'm fine. I carted this camera out. You can bring me on.
All right. So, Steve's in the middle to referee.
Listen, we're gonna make some space because there's gonna be some emotional unpacking that's gonna happen in this. And I don't know why your first instinct was that it was coming on to argue with you. There's no argument that's gonna happen here. I'm confused because I sense a fundamental confusion from you both on what the concept of Friendsgiving is.
Okay.
And that there's any obligation to attend or give Friendsgiving.
Okay. I'm listening.
I think, to start with, I think wordplay is your first hang up on it.
Yep.
You're right. You have a visceral reaction to the idea of wordplay associated with this way of characterizing what this gathering is.
Yeah, I agree with that. No,
if we move
submit
past,
that as
we just call it Thanksgiving, a way to spend Thanksgiving. We'll drop the cute title that you obviously that nauseates you.
You're winning me over there. You've made a lot of progress on the road already with that.
So, as someone who was invited to and attended a gathering on Thanksgiving that was not with family.
Okay.
The notion and idea of this gathering of folks is, here is a place, if you would like to go to spend time on a holiday where traditionally you might have an emotional connection to spending time eating these things. It's a habitual practice that many have had for the entirety of their lives, and it transitions away from family either because of distance or circumstances or issues you may have with said family. This is a place to find that during that time of year. An entirely optional thing to partake of. You can get invited. If you're not interested, you don't go. But if it's a place that emotionally you would like to be, it is an option that is presented to you. Hey, you're not doing anything. If you would like to join us on this thing of all of us orphans, lost souls of the holiday, whatever it may be, this exists for that.
Okay.
It's the same way you would gather to go out to dinner if you want to go have a hang. It just happens to be on a national holiday when people have a thing that is established through tradition to gather for. So that is why this thing exists.
Right.
My thought is, like what you have done, if it is a thing that you are not keen on, it's fine to go no, because you make your own holiday and your own way of celebrating.
True.
If your comfort level and your enjoyment on that day is to go, I just want to sit around and eat my Whole Foods and relax and kick back and do it that way, that is not just equally valid, it's perfectly valid. That is an option to take. There should be no hatred towards the idea of this gathering that exists for those people who want to get together. You don't have to be, you can go not interested without going not interested and I hate the idea of this. This is the awful thing. Why are people doing this and putting me in this position? They're offering it up to you going, hey, if this is a place you want to be, to join us on this thing, know that you have an option. That's all those invitations are. They're giving you an option if you feel the need within yourself to go out and be and need to be with people on this day because you're feeling lonely, you're feeling like you might need that connection, or you just want the food and the hang. That is why those invitations exist, not to put you in a position to feel back-footed or put upon in those circumstances.
All right, this is all reasonable stuff. Steve, enter that in the public record. This is all reasonable stuff from Ken here. I think I've,
Hold on, I'm bringing that up. Hold on.
yeah, put it, type it down. The problem is I have run into, I take offense to people assuming I want family or friends around me on the holidays. I'm always like, why would you think I want that? So you've put me in an uncomfortable spot to turn down to go shit in your bathroom on a day that is predominantly heavy foods. You put me in an uncomfortable spot. And now I have to say no. And then I don't feel they let me say no. I think they're always like, oh, but you don't want to be alone. Like, no, I want to be alone.
Do they say that, though?
I've had that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did it happen this year?
No, because most people know. Most people. I got a couple invites. I politely turned it down. One friend did not use the term FriendsGiving, and I thanked her for that. She knows me. She knows me. Again, because it was a, hey, if you got nothing, no pressure.
Here is an
respect it.
option that is open to you if you would like. And I feel that yes, if people are coming and making and somehow shaming you in your decision to do so, that's a problem. That they shouldn't do that.
Which
it should just be an open invitation without expectation.
And I can't hold that against you and your statement. You're not in control of them. I feel just people are addicted to things like family and gathering up on holidays. And yes, I love my family. I just think people are too addicted to family. I don't think we need family. And I just get a little, it's a little much for me. Like my mom 10 years ago canceled
I don't know if
holidays.
we have the room to unpack all of this, but we're going to keep
it off ramp to hell. Like we went from I don't like Thanksgiving to hell with family. Like
they're just it's just too much for me. This is your cousin, and oh, you a comic? Tell me a joke. Like I don't know any of you. I don't need to know any of you. There's like seven of you. I need to know. There's about 7 family members. Yes.
Of the Christmas Day choice that I made out in LA one year when there was a big family thing. But my choice in what had been a very stressful year was I'm going to go spend Christmas Day at Disneyland.
Yeah.
I'm going to make my own day. I'm going to be there alone. I'm going to chill out. I'm going to go on the rides. I'm going to do the things.
Beautiful.
And specifically because it was with a family member was like, I will go visit the elder family member on another day when it's a time that I can spend with that person on a one-to-one basis. And it's not with all the other trappings of this gathering when I'm an adult. I'm going to dictate how I want to spend my holiday. And it is no slight to anyone else other than this is the decision I'm making. And I was heavily criticized and shamed about what a betrayal it was to family in that moment. Did I go spend time with? Yes, I certainly did spend time with the family member that I wanted to spend time with when it was not associated with all these things. And I already made these plans before they presented this as well.
Yeah, so, I think you made the right decision.
Setting your own course on any given day
is a positive and something to focus on, and not feel that you are emotionally obligated to do anything. Yeah. See, Ethan brings up a good point here. Oh no, Kiddish people care about what monsters. They don't care about me. My 15th cousins don't care. They barely know me.
But you're still harping on the family aspect. We're talking about a friend. If a friend invites you over, going, hey, you got nothing to do on Thanksgiving, why don't you come over and spend it with us? If that's something you would like to do, we got food. We have a spot at the table. You hang for as long. We know about your Irish goodbyes because you won't shut up about them.
Yeah,
we know we're going to turn around. You're going to be gone.
Yeah.
But hey, this exists because we care about you. Here's an option for you. That is divorced from family. That is divorced from the third cousin you don't know. This is someone that you know that cares about you. But that door is open to go, no, I'm good. I'm going to stay home. But you don't have to shit on the invite or the concept of people reaching out and caring and offering this up to you.
Until people break the habit of holidays, I think it's my personal crusade, I guess. I don't know.
But what is it about the habit of holidays? That's
why we need to get rid of holidays, Ken. This is why I sent you that one idea is we need to draft holidays and figure this shit out. Yeah.
I think it's just so forced because I am let's go. You know, you want to do a Friendsgiving? No, screw that. On Tuesday, let's all go to hang out at a bar. I love to gather.
Equally valid.
Love to gather. Yeah, you know that. I love to gather.
Someone reached out to you on a Tuesday and said, we're going Tuesgiving.
The same 6 people were like, it's Taco Tuesday. Yep, absolutely. I'm going to still Irish goodbye it.
Nothing different about that. Other than it just falls on a different day that you have an emotional hang up about when it comes to being associated with it.
This is making sense. This is making sense. It's the emotional hangups. It is the expectations of Thanksgiving. Okay. Yeah. If I get invited to go to your house to just have dinner with a group of friends on a random Thursday in July, I have certain expectations, right? If I go to a Thanksgiving, you're going to get asked, and this is like exactly what Ken was saying about having to answer the questions to the 15th cousin or tell grandma a joke. Like, there are certain expectations of conversation, of societal norms, of things you have to answer for at Thanksgiving that you don't at a barbecue in July. Right. Then you don't.
Oh, but you're asking that barbecue in July, the same person is coming up and kind of going, I hear you like Star Wars. That's happening no matter when the time gathering. That could be the Tuesday taco.
That is right. What I'm saying is it's not about the content of the question. It is more about Ken's aversion to having to answer for himself. And that's the problem we have to dig at. And this is what Advice Monday is for, damn it all.
And this is why these things happen on these days. Because also that's when people are generally off from work because they are holidays. And people can actually schedule these get-togethers.
That's
why you don't have like Arbor Day meals. Because no one,
I just want people to be more okay being alone. I just want people to
which is good and valid if that's what your enjoyment level is.
You can't. Oh, you don't want to be alone. Like one Thanksgiving, I got a sandwich at a gas station, and that's all. That was it. Like, let me be.
Last time you got that exact dialogue phrase of, "Oh, you don't want to be alone, do you?" When did that happen? Because I want to parse this.
It's been a couple years. I don't remember because this is where
you hung on to that.
That
for you
because no one invites me anymore. No one invites me anymore,
except for the 2 people that did this year. You lying second.
I'll tell you what. Because I'll tell you why, and you can read into this. They're now back in my life after 8 years, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So they weren't around. So
you're back on their radar.
Yes.
And there was a genuine hey, we'll ask if Ken wants to.
Yeah. Well, they just want to make sure just like to your point, they just want to make sure I had some place to go. And I answered, they said, what are your plans? And I said, grocery store, football, and video games and sweatpants.
Back a YouTube thumbnail of all good.
All good. Tully's like, I have to remind myself this is a bit. It's not. I absolutely despise family Thanksgiving. No. Because I can't understand being this
recurring that it wasn't a bit.
I'm not. You all have to let go of family.
And it came up at a Force Center live.
It came up Force Center today. I just think like having kids and your uncle and your cousin, it's all a track.
Which are not part of
the train can't leave that track. It's all part of Friendsgiving.
It's not part of that. It's the fact is that you don't have that. And it's your who love the concept of found family too, within fiction.
Within Star Wars. Yeah.
Within fiction that you can somehow embrace it there and not understand and how it can be important and a positive thing to have that option. Again, it goes back to option.
I respect the option. I respect the option.
So all I'm asking is you enjoy your Thanksgiving because I know you're going to enjoy kicking back. You're going to enjoy the downtime of not having to sit on a live on that day.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
But you let the emotions go of everyone else who's out there enjoying it in their own ways on that day.
Look, you're right. You're using the logic I use to let me enjoy Book of Boba Fett to people who don't like it. I respect that. I respect that. I get it. And here's the thing. Chances are at one point on Thanksgiving Day, you and I are going to play Fortnite. You're going to have your Panda Express. I'm going to have my frozen pizza.
I bought a Marie Callender's Dutch apple pie that I'm going to make. And I will parse that over a couple of days. It's what I'm telling myself, but I will make that pie. I might have pizza on that day. I don't know. It doesn't matter. All that matters is, did you find your own way and your own path to happiness? but you don't need to shit on the happiness of others along the way, or the concept
All
or
right.
the path that they have
All right.
chosen.
All right, Steve, you can keep having kids. All right, you're allowed.
Thank you.
No, that we're cut off. It's done.
It's done. It's done. It's done. That's done. All right. All right.
Until
All right.
Steve sorts out that the extended Lord of the Rings are the better films, we're not going to let him have any more.
We're not even going to get into that. We're not going to get into this argument of having all day with people who keep telling me that the Beatles anthology is 9 episodes. It's 3 goddamn episodes. I do not care what the VHS or DVD release was. It's 3 episodes.
Also,
ABC, 1995.
Thanksgiving, we get to watch. It's dropping in time for Thanksgiving, so you have that to watch.
That's true. And then,
That's it.
Okay.
I've said what I had to say. I
Uh,
came through. You
I
have a
think
lot
it
of
was
calls
good.
lined up. You got
I
so
do.
many calls.
Yeah,
I
do.
listen. I just want. There's so much anger, justifiably to have. This, I think, you can let go. You can let go and enjoy your Thursday. Thursday. Just enjoy your Thursday, however you see fit.
If you can't have a little bit of anger at your friends and family, what are we even here for? That's the most fun anger to have, right? Right?
I'm saving that for the memorial service. Ken said these words to me once on a live stream because, of course.
Thank you, Mr. Flip. All right, I'll
been
see
a
you tomorrow. See you tonight. Whatever we play, we won 3 crowns in a row last night, Steve. 3 crowns in a
Nice.
row.
We're gonna win so many more later.
Nice.
We're winners. There you go. There you go. All right. Yeah. There you go, Steve. Did you take notes on the therapy session that didn't go well?
It's all in the record. I'll send you the bill later. But no, I think part of what you need, Ken, is, have you considered hosting, or is that even like 10 times worse than
I
what
love
we're
hosting.
talking
I
about?
love hosting parties. I love hosting parties. It is truly about the holiday, and what I feel is forced connections with family and friends on national holidays. Doesn't work for me. And
So
I
do you
think that's what
part
it
of
comes down
that is because we have too many holidays throughout the year, and like we try to assign different feelings and emotions to different holidays, and so it feels forced because we have to do this and this time of year and this, when we might be better off if we just had 1 or 2 holidays a year where we kind of had designated notions for those emotions.
like quarter holidays, just once a quarter, just 4. Yeah, maybe.
Or
I don't know.
not even
But
a quarter,
really-
like a half. Just give me like 2 good ones.
But really, we got Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. What, Easter?
4th of July is a big one.
Yeah, 4th of
Fourth
July.
of July. No.
All right, it's about 6.
Oh.
No,
And that's
we-
just
we-
here. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
maybe
that's
for
true.
another time.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. What we're gonna draft? You want to draft holidays? I don't know other holidays.
Yeah, this was my idea, right? So this is how you make holidays better. And I think this might fix because I think you have a little bit of holiday fatigue. I think you almost have like a tolerance built up to the family emotion kind of thing. So like you can't trace the dragon as much if you don't get that kind of like extended break away, you know, kind of like that whole longing in the heart and all that kind of thing. Heart distance makes the heart grow fonder, that kind of thing. We need to apply that to holidays. So Ken, here's my idea. Let's go to the United Nations. Let's take the top 10 countries by GDP. Wipe all the holidays off the map. Religion, culture, whatever. We're starting from scratch. There's not a single holiday. We have, starting with New Year's through December 31st, nothing matters. Everything is Monday through Sunday. Whatever. Okay. Top 10 countries get to draft holidays by GDP. We're number 1 because we rock. So we get to pick first. We get to pick the first holiday.
Okay.
And that, so which holiday are you picking? We're the only country that gets to celebrate this holiday. It's ours. No one else gets to have it.
I mean, I'll take Boxing Day because I'm still not even really sure what it is, other than that's the day Magical Mystery Tour dropped. So I've always been jealous of Boxing Day.
You're taking Boxing Day, number 1 overall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As an American.
Yeah, I don't need Christmas, don't need New Year's. I don't like Halloween, Thanksgiving. I like New
if
Year's.
The Chiefs took a quarterback, number 1 overall next year.
They might need to. They definitely need a tight end. Yeah. I'll say I do like New Year's because it is a day for me to somberly reflect on the last year. I do a lot of crying on New Year's, so I like it as a holiday. But that's not a first round pick.
No, not at number 1 overall. I mean, you got to think that Christmas is the obvious choice, right? That's the between the commercialism aspect, the popularity, that's the big one. So you got to think that's the favorite to go number 1 overall. But as as America, if we don't pick July 4th, someone could take that right out from underneath of us, and we can't have like France celebrating the 4th of July, in the middle.
I mean,
of the
they have a
summer
right to.
and,
They have a right to.
well,
It's as much as their day as ours.
Yeah, not the same. It's not the same. Ken, remember freedom fries? Okay, we got
freedom. You sure now?
Plan.
But their 30 billion gave us July 4th, I think. So
that's true. That's true. That's right. You're in the middle of the dock. I forgot.
Yeah, they could take that.
Yeah, you Lafayette.
All right, but I went with, what would you go with? You go Christmas?
I have to go Christmas. I got to go chalk. You got to take Christmas. I have to look out for the economy of my country, Ken. I have to look out for the all those societal impacts and things like that. You know what I mean?
Boxing Day, which is the day, or is it St. Christmas Day that the Brits put on those little paper crowns? Which day is it? Is it Christmas or Boxing Day is I know the day after Christmas. When do they get to wear the little crowns?
We need David Mackay or someone to chime in. I don't know anything about paper hats or Raz or somebody. I don't know anything about paper hats. They do. I never knew what Boxing Day was growing up either, but I know they're like they have Christmas. Isn't there like a bunch of Boxing Days? I feel like they're like all over the place.
I don't know. It's the Magical Mystery Tour debuted on Boxing Day. That's
like
all.
Canada has a Boxing Day, Britain has a Boxing Day. There's several boxing. There's lots of Boxing Days.
Let's be honest here. Every Canadian holiday, love them. It's going to slip out of the top 10 rounds.
Yeah, well, that's why
Canadian holidays are the undrafted free agents of the holiday season.
Right. So you take those late rounds. Like Arbor Day is going to be there in the 3rd round. You know what I mean? Like you can save Arbor Day for later on. You know what I mean? You got to go for the heavy hitters first.
Okay.
And you space them out too. That's the other thing, space them out. I think that's part of your holiday fatigue, Ken, is the holiday season is just a lot, right? It's from Halloween through New Year's. There's just you're just hit over the head with it. Everything, commercials, everything. You go everywhere. It's why are you not spending every waking moment with everyone you know and every person you're related to?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, okay. So that's my pick. We doing. I don't even know if I know that many holidays for a 10-round pick here, but.
Oh no, we don't have to do the actual draft itself. I think this is our solution to the problem. I just wanted to talk about the fact that this is the solution to the problem. Yeah.
Christmas stream. Christmas stream will come back. Okay, I like this.
Yeah, between now and then, we'll come up with something.
I love that. Claudia says
there's another bracket going together in the Discord. I just wanted to say, just bracket talk really quick while we're here. Kind of.
Yeah.
There is something bubbling about holiday movies going on in the Discord. So we maybe do something. We might be putting together.
Okay. 16, that'll be great.
16 movie list for a quick one-day bracket for that.
Can I submit?
Of course.
Die Hard is not on the list in any way, shape, or form.
You're the boss, so you get to make final calls. They're gonna do one of those calls. There's gonna be a committee. There's gonna be money exchanged, all that kind of stuff. Okay. I'm impartial, so I don't. Graphics.
I don't want to be part of anything that enters into the Die Hard is a Christmas or not a Christmas movie conversation. I can't have that. We can't have that on my watch.
Okay, we won't like wordplay. We will stay away from that. Stay away from that fight.
Claudia says lunchtime martini at Smokehouse is my Thanksgiving Day tradition. I didn't know they were open. That's fantastic. That's going to be just my Thursday tradition. Love that there. Okay. All right. Osvetnik says it won't be. You're in good hands. It's not that I don't like. The answer is it's a Christmas movie to me, but I just it's hacky. I don't want to be part of that. I don't want people to tune into here and be like, they're doing a Die Hard Christmas movie debate. We don't need that. Tully says Tully's right. No Turkey Day show because it would be too close to FriendsGiving. Yeah. You're actually right, Tully. But mostly I promised myself, Tully, I would not do any work on Thursday. Probably if I can get it done, maybe a show Wednesday night, maybe a show Friday. We'll see. Definitely a show Saturday. All right. Let's do some science. Speaking of all this holiday, we're going to bring Dr. Addy here. And Dr. Addy is going to teach us the value of leaving your frozen turkey out of the frying pit. I think that's how you do it. Dr. Addy, how are you?
I'm doing well, Ken. Can I answer the question of the night first?
Please.
So 1 year, I don't think it was Thanksgiving because I haven't done a Thanksgiving with my extended family in probably 20 years. Okay. But I think it was Christmas. One of my cousins brought a boy for the first time ever to Thanksgiving dinner. Mm-hmm. She was easily in her 20s. It was the first time she had ever brought a significant other to the event. I later found out that a week later he broke up with her, and I am convinced that it was seeing what her extended family acted like that caused the breakup.
What did you
Oh,
say? What'd you do?
Okay.
What did you do, Addie?
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. We are a lot, and there's a reason we don't go to those family holidays anymore.
This is fantastic. I thought for a second, I was thinking he was like, oh, free food. I'll stick around for one more week and then bolted. But you're right. Maybe he got there and was like, holy bleep, I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
It was definitely one of those things where like I could see it on his face throughout the night that he was wildly uncomfortable with who we were as people.
Mm.
And there was very much a like, what have I gotten myself into?
You don't have to give details. But Addie, I am dying to know is it too many board games and you get upset, or you're too passionate, too many drinks, too much science? Like what is the general where too much?
Racist uncle.
You racist uncle. Exactly.
We're have you oh gosh. There's
broker. We broke her.
Well, there's a certain amount of forced politeness between people who don't get along.
See, this is my whole point about holidays.
Yeah, you're not helping, Addie. Damn it.
And then have you ever seen My Big Fat Greek Wedding?
I have. I saw it in the theaters.
That is that side of the family.
Okay. They're Greek? Or
we
just
are
that
Greek.
side?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I don't need the dirty laundry. I'm just like, what happened? If like, because you Eddie, you seem perfectly normal and calm that you wouldn't be on top of a table at a holiday party. Right?
Absolutely not. My extended family on both sides puts the fun back in dysfunctional.
This is. I take it all back. This is where I want to go for Thanksgiving, Steve.
Yeah.
I want to see
the
this
quiet, reserved one in the corner, like trying to keep everyone appear sane.
Food being thrown. F you, Trump's this, F you that. Oh, come here, give me a hug. Like, this is great. This is great.
Like the cheaper by the dozen house, but all grown up. That's Addie's. That's Addie's Thanksgiving.
Kind of with that.
Like I said, there's a reason we don't do holidays with these people anymore. But
there you go. Enjoy your Friendsgivings. All right. A big thing on Thursday is, of course, the turkey. Steve is going to name his. And one of the things people love doing is deep frying it. I don't know if I've even had a deep fried turkey. I've never been around it, and I've grown up with appropriate amount of fear for the process. So I think if someone was like, we're going to deep fry a turkey, I'd definitely be like, I'm not coming by until it's done. Let me know. Send me a text when it's cooked. Steve, quickly before Addie takes over with her lesson, have you deep fried a turkey?
I have never deep fried turkey. I've eaten deep fried turkey. I've seen a deep fried turkey occur, but I've never deep fried a turkey myself. I'm thinking like? Darcy, by the way. That's like one of the, it tastes good. It's like a chicken. It tastes no, it tastes like turkey. It's just the outside has a little bit more of that kind of like not a baked crunch. It has that fried crunch. It has that different little consistency. But it's not like that much different. People you do different seasoning and flavors a little bit different with the fried turkey, and then the stuffing is a different experience. Yada yada yada.
Okay. Fair. Thank you for that. All right, Addie. Two dumb guys at the end of the bar, and you're going to talk about deep fried turkeys with them. Take it away.
All right, guys. So driving to work this morning, I saw a billboard, and it was a billboard from the fire department, and it said, "Don't deep fry your turkey."
Don't do it.
And all I could think was, I wonder if don't deep fry your frozen turkey.
Oh, that's the difference, huh?
Yes. And my first thought was, why can't you deep fry a frozen turkey?
Mm-hmm. See, this is the science mind, Steve. Sorry, Addie. This is the science mind. I see that and just go like, okay. Addie's like, I want to figure out why.
So it turns out physics is why you can't deep fry your frozen turkey.
Okay, I'm gonna bring this up here. Addie and I will say, Addie pre-apologized that it's a busy graph, and she's not wrong, but there's a lot of valuable information on there. So, Addie, take us through this.
I had to get the facts, Ken. So
there's a lot of facts.
The average turkey purchased for Thanksgiving is between 12 and 24 pounds. They recommend you get 1.5 to 2 pounds of turkey per person.
Okay. Unless Steve's there, you know what I mean?
According to the USDA, a turkey is 75% water, which means that between 9 and 18 pounds of your turkey is water.
Okay.
And when it's frozen, that is 9 to 18 pounds of frozen water.
Right. Just trapped in there.
Now, we have to do some math, Ken.
Okay.
The density of fresh water at 32 degrees Fahrenheit, which is the freezing point of water, is less than a pound per cubic inch.
What does that mean to me?
That means that if you had a 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch ice cube, it would weigh 0.03 pounds.
Okay. Got it.
A turkey deep fryer that you can buy at Walmart holds 30 quarts.
Of water. Okay. Or of oil? Of water?
Of
liquid.
Volume.
Okay.
Pick a liquid, put it in.
Got it.
There will be 30 quarts of it.
Eggnog.
And
like,
when you deep fry a turkey, it does suggest that the oil temperature be between 325 and 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, class, does anyone know what water boils at?
Yeah.
200 and something?
Yeah.
212. Good job.
Yeah, nailed it.
Good job, Steve.
Now, density is simply mass divided by volume.
I sat next to my ex-girlfriend in chemistry class. Sorry, Eddie, go ahead.
Which means that volume is mass divided by density. So if we have, on average, 13.5 pounds of water in our turkey, and we divide it by the density of frozen water, that water is taking up 408 cubic inches or 7 quarts of space out of our 30-quart deep fryer. Okay.
Sounds like the turkey's a grower.
Now,
give me another drink.
If you put water and oil together, famously, they do not mix.
That's right.
Blood is thicker than water, though.
Blood is thicker than water.
That's why I don't go to Thanksgiving.
Water is denser than oil. So if you put them together, water is going to be on the bottom and the oil is going to be on top.
Right. Kind of like when you go to an Italian restaurant, they put like oil and vinegar for your bread, right? You know, Steve.
Right. Yeah, and the pepper with the pepper flakes. Yeah.
So when you drop that frozen turkey into the vat of hot oil, several things are going to happen almost simultaneously.
Okay.
The frozen water is going to very quickly not be frozen anymore. It's going to sink below the oil, and then it's going to flash boil.
The whole thing or the oil?
The water.
The water. Oh, the water boils. Yeah. Okay. Flash. Okay. Just.
So now we have like a jet engine essentially.
Water boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit. It becomes steam. Steam takes up 1,700 times as much space as water.
That's
like
why
as liquid or frozen water.
Yeah.
So your 7 quarts of ice becomes nearly 1,200 quarts space-wise of steam.
Okay.
In your 30-quart deep fryer.
So, yeah. As James Holmes says, looking at that picture, deep frying the turkey looks fun. So what quickly happens is the water underneath needing somewhere to go creates essentially a hot oil volcano because it pushes all of the hot oil out of the way, which has a tendency to splash onto the flame underneath your deep fryer, causing a large fire to break out. It's just like Ken Plume at a Panda Express. Yep, absolutely. And that's why, and it happened so fast, Addie. And we're going to have Evan is going to be on soon here to talk from the firefighter point of view. That's why it happened so rapidly, right?
Oh,
That's why those videos you see.
Several things are happening all at once. The water is quickly liquefying and becoming steam.
Yeah.
Pushing the oil out of the way when that happens because the steam particles need space. You get an oil volcano that falls into the fire, that poof goes boom. Yeah. And if you notice, that deep fryer is also probably running on propane. There is a propane tank very closely situated to that fire, ready to explode.
Laserbolt has already claimed that. He wants that after the fire department leaves. Yeah.
That's why you don't smoke in bed, kids.
So, Addie, I'm going to bring us back up here. Is the answer just to simply thaw this sucker out for a week?
Yes.
Okay, Steve, get on it.
Although I do still think you're going to have there are still some dangers of deep frying a turkey, even if it's thawed. But yeah, the safest thing is to thaw it, deep fry it away from as many structures as possible, right, and to have your fire extinguishers on hand. Right.
And then Evan's gonna give us advice on how to put out turkey fires 6 feet in front, aim for the ground, with your extinguishers. But I don't know, the oil might not be extinguished.
I was gonna say that's technically a grease fire. You probably need a special extinguisher. Right.
Oh yeah, get an ABC or a C or an E or your fucked extinguisher. Okay, so Addie, do you know the history of when this started? I've always been fascinated because every year you see these warnings, and every year you see a viral video of some dip putting a big turkey in a vat, and then his house burns down. And I'm like, I don't know if I feel sorry for you. This happens.
That was the egg and the chicken and egg scenario here, Ken, is exactly that. Like, someone burned their backyard down. The fire company had to come out, put it out, and then it was reported on the local news. Local idiot burns down property of deep frying turkey, and then it got out like, oh, deep frying a turkey, there's an idea. So I think we normalized it from the accident and have just tried to mitigate from there. A thing was popular, and then it led to disaster. I think
very American.
Yeah. So
very American moment. Okay.
People started deep frying turkeys in Louisiana.
Get in here, Detective McCarcel. That's you.
In the late 1970s to early 1980s, although some accounts date back to the 30s when a Cajun chef saw someone fry a turkey. But it became very popular, especially in Louisiana, because people had portable propane cookers used for boiling crawfish.
Oh, yeah. Get in here with a turkey, man. I'll blow it up and go, man. Get that crawfish. Burn it, man. That's Michael McCarcel's ancestors. He knows it, too. He knows it. They started this. I think Detective McCarcel's family started this, Steve.
They very well may.
Oh, get on down here. You come out here from Thibodeau, man. And bring that turkey, man. And burn it down here and fire, man. Call a fire bar, man. Burn there. That's
alive though. You can't fry the turkey alive. You got to like pluck it and everything first.
Addie, I didn't know it was that recent. That's fantastic information.
You are welcome. I knew that right off the top of my head.
I did not, and now I absolutely know to blame Detective McCarcel's family or my friend who was raised in Thibodeau, Louisiana. I think knowing her family like I do, you all think I'm doing a bad, like, I mean it's a hacky joke, but she one time was in Thibodeau and said, "Here, I'm going to pass the cell phone around to my family, say hi." Every person was that guy. Oh, what's up, Cam? I'll come around here, stick around, yeah. I mean, like every person was that. All right, Dr. Addie, thank you for that. Stick around. Don't leave yet. I'm going to bring in our resident public safety fire expert, our life fire safety expert, Evan, calling in from the 45 truck. I don't know what truck you're on.
35. Evan. You're close, Ken.
35. All right, 35 truck. Okay. Thank you for calling. You're calling in about something else, and we'll probably get to that. But you in chat, in the Q chat, we're like, hey man, I could speak to this from the other side. So how many turkey fires are you planning to respond to this week?
Over since I was 18 years old, I became a volunteer fireman, and then it's my job too now. I've probably only had like maybe 3 or 4, very underwhelming number.
Okay, that's provides a little hope for humanity.
Yeah, yeah, but it's like
And the
it's like
bar's
grease
low.
fires in this. It's like grease fires in the way that you're never gonna get rid of them. How many
Yep.
grease fires we have in America every year? Because
Yep.
people still they're gonna take their their sink faucet and they're gonna try and hose it down. You're
Right.
never gonna be able to teach people this.
What is the answer? Grease fire or a turkey explodes in front of you? What am I reaching for?
I mean flour, or
Bags of sand.
bags of sand too. If you have bags
Flour.
of sand, that's a nice 40-year-old virgin.
There it is. Evan got
Bags of sand.
Bags of sand.
it.
Okay. I mean, this is why I don't have bags of sand or flour just sticking around my house. So I'm done. I'm dead. I'm burned.
I would imagine you could buy it when you bought the 30 quarts of oil.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah, they're probably right next to each other. And just off the rip, I gotta say, Addie, that's how grease fires and frozen turkey fires are taught in every fire academy across the country. So job well done. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Could we,
You.
Evan, is there a way to get Addie to guest teach in fire academies across the country?
I think we gotta make some phone calls to people.
I'll clip this out. This would be
Yeah.
great. This would be great.
Yeah.
Whoa. Just before we send Addie on a public speaking circuit, we need to make sure we're getting like at least 10% here. If we're like setting all this
that's
up,
true.
like we got to
Well,
talk about that.
We would travel with her and we just play our part as the dumb guys there going, "You're saying oil burns?" Like we just do that. And she'd be like, "Yes, Ken, it does." And then we go from there.
Right. We just throw our name producer on everything and we can claim for a cut. That's how this all works. Come on.
Okay. This is great information. What in general, Evan, I'm fire extinguisher trained, but it's been 25 years. What is the sweeping, aim low? Where do you go with this?
Yeah, you're sweeping. You're trying to aim for the seat of the fire.
Right.
But you know what? If you cannonballed your turkey and just on the side, it doesn't matter if you've fully thawed your turkey. If you cannonball it into the fryer and you make a big cannonball splash, you're still going to end up with that grease fire. It won't be as violent as Addie eloquently explained, but it's going to happen at that point. And if your house is on fire, we're just going to hit it with the hoses at that point. There is no fire extinguisher at that point.
It takes high pressured hoses to put out that grease fire because that will overcome it. So wait, are you saying lower in the turkey slow? Or drop it in and
you want like how you would go into a hot tub, ease in. You're gonna jump into a hot tub.
So just slowly going. Oh, this is gonna feel good. That's what the turkey should do. Okay.
That's the technique.
Okay. All right. I like that. Addie, how do you feel about going around the country teaching this to firefighters?
You want me to travel the country and explain to potentially hot firefighters why turkey can catch fire?
Absolutely.
80-20 your way.
Yeah. This is going to go well for you. You're going to have a broken soul in every city, Addie.
You want to give me the opportunity to tell hot men science?
Yeah. Right. The Blathering we're here for our audience, Steve, to uplift and improve their lives. And Evan, call your chief. Get this going.
Let's be honest. Fire safety is not really on the federal budget's mind right now. So we'd be doing the public a service.
No, not at all.
I'm 100% not on camera, but I signed, gentlemen.
She signed. She's in, Steve.
80-20. All right.
All right. Evan, this is wonderful stuff here. Wonderful stuff. All right, Addie, thank you for that. I appreciate that. I'm going to take Evan's question, and then Detective McCarsell is going to call in to defend Thibodaux, Louisiana. But Addie, you've done some great work, and we'll update you on your career.
On my backup career?
Your backup career. Thirsty Addie's hilarious as JMB. I agree with that. Love this. Thank you, Addie.
It's been a long time.
I cut her off. I apologize. I'll bring it back in a second.
No, that was actually perfect. Like Addie trailing off in frustration as she go. That's excellent.
I thought it was good. All right, Evan. Thank you for that. But what was? Do you have any one-hit Thanksgiving wonders? And what's your question?
No one-hit wonders for me. I met my wife at 18 years old, and I haven't looked at another woman since. She's staring at me right now as I said this.
I was gonna say, does she have a gun to your head currently, or are you in danger? Bark twice if you need us to call someone.
Mrs. Evan, don't you worry. Okay.
But no one-hit wonders. Okay. Yeah, none to speak of. My brother's brought some interesting ones over.
But that's what I'm saying. Look, let's speak. It doesn't have to be you. We're talking about is your brother brought, someone of ill repute by, and you knew that wasn't going to last, or what?
Yeah, he brought one guy that I swore was Post Malone.
Was it the face tattoos? Like what?
Oh, it was the face tattoos. It was the hair. It was probably the smell. I've never been around Post Malone, but I assume there's a smell there too.
The smell. That's amazing. Love it. Anyway, so what was the actual reason you called in tonight?
Well, I just want to say I wanted to defend Thanksgiving Day football.
Okay.
Because we got, like you said, we got the 2 games and then the late game, and I like the late game. I mean, I don't gorge. I enjoy myself. I don't gorge myself. I'm not falling asleep. I'm normally working, but I'm not falling asleep for the late game.
Right. Okay.
You were the one person that game has been made for, Evan. I hope you enjoy it. I couldn't tell you who plays.
Hey, it has fantasy implications.
It's true. Yeah, that's true.
Do you think this is good? So? Is the resistance to this from Steve and I? Now I'm going to watch the game, though. By then, who knows? I might be playing Fortnite if Plume gets up off the floor from his Panda Express and his milkshake. He's probably going to get from the other spot he goes to. Is it that I like turning the TV on in the morning and it's the Lions? I like then catching up with the Cowboys at lunch. The night game doesn't have a traditional team. Steve, if they picked one team, the Carolina Panthers, do you think you'd be invested more?
Yes, I think it would be, yes, because the lore element would be a little more interesting. Okay. Instead, they usually have it be like Panthers, Cardinals. You know what I mean? It's not something that's like, or like Titans, Jags or something. It's not something that's like exciting. Because they know that we're all asleep. Dude, there's no way in hell I make it to the second quarter of the night game on Thanksgiving. But then again, I'm 3 hours ahead of you here in the East time zone, so it's a little different. Those games kick off late. Yeah, so see? That's part of the reason why. But that's why they don't put a good game there, Ken, because they know everyone spent all their time watching. There's a reason why they have a halftime show act for the noon and the 4 o'clock game.
Yeah, well, I agree with that. I agree. I'm on your side generally. So Evan, you just like the game in general. It's there. Sometimes you're at the firehouse anyway, so it's a good opportunity to eat some more food, right? What?
Yeah. I like that. I just like that game anyway, and because it's football. And your relative or whoever that loud senior guy on the couch, he can't talk about politics because the game's on. It's a buffer. It's a buffer, especially when people have had drinks in them later into the evening.
Right.
Until he sees end racism in the end zone, he's like, "What the hell is this with this woke football league? Yeah, why are we watching this?
All these players taking knees. It's Packers, Lions, Kansas City, Dallas. Bengals, Ravens night game. It's gonna be a good game, but Steve will be asleep.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Steve, I think your Birds play Friday, I believe.
Friday.
Oh, the Black Friday game. It's
Bears.
Yeah. 2 years ago it was a great game. Dolphins 30-0 over the Jets. All right, Evan, I appreciate it. I'm with you. I don't think we need to get rid of it. I just think I'm coming down the middle here of you and Steve. I think we need to get a team to be invested in. You know what? I'll put out the Miami Dolphins.
I'm here for it, and just while we're on the topic, we have to defend the real Thanksgiving Day game, which is the 10:30 high school game. We're at your local high school, whatever. That's when the Thanksgiving Sunday starts. That's probably the best game.
Yeah,
I know you're
CIF
not into,
playoff game or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, for us in California, CIF. Yeah, okay. Evan, this is a great call. You really helped. First of all, you've changed the course of Addie's life. You've really given her something to.
It's what I do. It's what I do.
She was already doing great
ways, honestly. Not professionally, romantically, like all sorts of. This could be
this is gonna be great.
This could be evacuation day for Addie. For all we know.
Yeah. Listen, firefighters come in 2 shapes: calendar and potato. So,
hey, 50-50 is better than 50-50 is better than a lot of A lot of odds other people are working with that here. Evan, before you go, I did have one really quick question. I've never used a fire extinguisher or been extinguished. Ken or Evan, have either of you ever extinguished with a fire extinguisher and or been hit with the stuff? And what does it feel like?
Yeah, I put out car fires, and I saved me and the head maintenance guy saved the historic farmers market built in 1934 out of wood that is still there. And construction workers put out cigarettes on a pile of trash and almost burnt the place down. And I was the first up there with the maintenance guy. We saved it. It's fun, Evan. It's fun. Putting out fires is fun.
Yeah. Listen, I'll be any guy on a truck. It's the one with the ladders on top, kids. Any guy on a truck there's usually a can guy who has, whether it's a water can or a dry can. You can put out a lot of fire with that can.
Oh man. Oh,
so it's not like the military though, where like they tear gas you in basic training to like get you acclimated to it. They don't like it's not. Is that like part of the firefighter haze and they line you up on a wall and they just like fire extinguish you? Yeah.
No, you don't.
So you know what it's like.
They give you one to use, and it's like a little stove burner on the ground or whatever.
But I imagine you gotta like it's like you gotta know what it's like if you're gonna dish it out. You have to know what it is. Like you know, it's like they gotta tase you before you can tase someone else. You know what I mean? It's like you have to get hit by the fire extinguisher before they let you really take one out.
I'll tell you what. I mean, there's new information that comes out about all those chemicals all the time. I wouldn't get it near my face and mouth if I could help it.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Good point. Yeah, better than burning to death though. But, all right, thanks
for sure.
It's
all right, guys, thank you.
All right, thank you, Evan. Thank you, Evan. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. And then I think I've told, but like the captain pulled me aside that day and was like, "Hey, you know, good job." But he goes, "Hey, next time, could you let it burn a little longer? We don't get to put out fires as much. We kind of." And I'm being 100% serious. He was like, "Yeah, just a little longer." It was we were kind of ready. We wanted some fun. So, anyways, all right, we got some sports to get to, but Detective McCarsel's here to talk about Thibodaux, Louisiana. All right, Michael, did your family invent deep frying turkeys?
What can I say except you're welcome?
Thank you. Now, I'm not being 100% a hacky asshole when I do that Louisiana voice. It's close to real, right? Right, Michael?
The accent's not quite there, but like,
yeah,
the spirit is pretty spot on. Like,
yeah,
as much as the Channing Tatum Gambit wasn't great, it was played for a bit, so like, I can't be too mad that it's not authentic. But this again, the spirit of it was there.
All right,
I said in the comments, my family, my mom's side of the family is like the Cajun part of my family, and you people would need subtitles. I promise you.
Can you break it out? Can you switch into it?
Not in the way that I would like to, because I didn't grow up there. I grew up about an hour away. Like I do kind of every now and then when I'm just talking, it does slip out a little bit.
Sure.
And I think it's probably slipped a little bit on here before, but that's just.
Yeah. I haven't recognized it.
When I'm around them, it's as though I grew up there. It's so weird. It's so fucking weird because it's not like I'm putting it on. It just happens. And my mom, I mean, she grew up having that accent, but she has lived outside of there for longer than she ever lived there now. So she's like got it tamped down. But again, when she goes around her family, she's just on the phone with her mother. Just fully coon-ass.
You know, I got to be honest, Steve. I really hoped he was just going to break it out. I really hope.
It takes a lot of courage. But yeah, my only experience with that accent is from the Water Boy. So I don't have a whole lot there.
I mean, I
just assume.
Here's the thing: if I speak French, the accent's there. It's there. But
that's great.
That's great. Je parle français, mais pas beaucoup.
Wonderful. Does kind of sound like him.
It's just French, but with like a redneck accent. That's really all it is.
Okay.
Like that's all like a mountain.
All right. What you've called in? I need your one-hit wonder, and then your call for whatever you're calling for, advice, question, whatever.
It was my longtime girlfriend. We had been together for like 6 months by the time, but it wasn't even so much something she did, but my great uncle touched her butt because he was a 70-something-year-old man, and we were 18 at the time.
What?
Yeah, like he went in for a hug and like patted her on the butt. And like I didn't know about this until we were driving home, like until we were like in the car leaving, and she told me about it. She's like, "Yeah, your uncle like patted me on the ass." I'm like, "Why didn't you say something?"
Yeah,
and, like, she's like, "It's whatever. I guess he's old, fucking whatever." So it just kind of
whatever.
Yeah, she just let it go because again, like just he like peak boomer. He was born in 1939. This man was old then, and he is falling apart as it is.
Sure, they patted asses in the 40s a lot.
Unfortunately,
what going forward at family gatherings? What happened?
Hey, we broke up before the following Thanksgiving, so like it didn't matter with her.
Absolutely. I see what. Okay, yeah, it's safe. Okay.
Actually, longer story. She's a bad person. But my fiance hasn't been around him as much, so the opportunities haven't been there for him to try.
But
I did warn her about.
That's what I was going. Did you say, "Hey, Uncle Bilbo here"?
My Uncle Beezer here is. Okay. I'm not kidding. That is what we call him, Beezer.
Yeah, Uncle Beezer can come around and slap that butt. Mm-hmm.
And I warned Emily. I'm like, hey, just if he tries to hug you, just
don't
watch out.
Don't
let him. Yeah,
don't slap that old man in the face if he touches your ass. That's what
yeah. Just slap him.
She would
slap Beezer. Okay, all right. Okay, that's a one-hit wonder story, Steve. That is absolutely someone not coming back to Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's unfortunately it's probably not a super rare story, but Detective McCarcel handled it with grace. It sounds like, and I didn't
know about it until we were leaving, so it's like
okay.
That's one of those happens at Thanksgiving, and then it's coin flip of whether or not that person is back at the Christmas gathering a month later.
Exactly. All right, Michael. Then what did you call it for? Then what did you call it for?
Oh no, I was fully just calling you in about the turkey thing.
Oh, good.
Get in here, detective. I was doing homework. I was just doing homework. You said get in here and talk about. And I'm like, all right, you guys. Are welcome if you've ever fried a turkey. I will be helping my future father-in-law on Thursday.
Frying a turkey?
Yeah. I've helped him. I've helped my dad.
He says it so casually, Steve, as if the fate of his house is not in his hands.
Because we do it outside.
Sounds like he has. There you go.
But even outside, like flames can fly. Yeah, flames could fly, right? That thing could fall over. It could be like when Daenerys Targaryen just destroyed all the Dothraki leaders when she locked him into that building in like season 6. Like
they had it coming, but
they did.
But if you know what you're doing, and again, you thaw the turkey literally for days ahead of time. The turkey should be thawing. Like
that's the key.
Should be in the sink now. If you were to fry it on Thursday.
Okay.
So,
all right.
We know what we're doing around here.
All right, Michael, could you do me a favor before I let you go? And then Steve and I get to sports, and then I got to go to the grocery store, not to buy a turkey. Could you video when you guys cook it and post it in the Discord?
If I remember, yes.
If he remembers. All right. Okay.
Look, it's already a struggle dealing with the future in-laws, so...
All right. Okay. Just whip out a phone with it. Hey, what are you doing? I want to film this for some friends.
I had some Northerners ask me about frying a turkey.
He might get kicked out of the family.
Yeah. You talking to people north of the Mason-Dixon line? Yeah. Okay. I got you. Okay.
I mean, technically, you're not north of it.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's good. You're right.
I'm not either.
That's true. That's true. You're in.
All right. Thank you, Detective McCarcel. Please survive Thanksgiving.
Oh, I certainly will do my best.
Yes, there you go. All right, we do have some sports to get to. My NFL picks. I did okay this week, right? Did we talk about this already, or was that off air?
We did off air. Yeah, we talked about it. But yeah, you were 3 and 2. You were 3 and 2. We thought we were a little better, but those damn points gotcha.
The points. So I picked Colts, Patriots, Rams, Bears, Eagles. The Colts let me down, but I won that game because of the spread.
Yep. Kansas City was favored by 3.5, but they only won by 3. So you took the Colts, so you got that win. But you took the Patriots against the Cincinnati Bengals, and they won by 6 points. He needed them to win by 7.
It's just ridiculous. You gamblers. All right, and then Rams, Bears, and then unfortunately Stevie Eagles. And we don't need to go deep into it, but you posted in the show notes that you kind of remember. You need to remember to lose, to accept. How are you doing?
I need to learn how to process this pain better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm a spoiled fan. The 2 losses that the Eagles have suffered this season haven't hurt the way yesterday did, going up 21 against Dallas and then losing on a last-second field goal was absolutely heartbreaking in a million different ways.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pay attention to anything sports-related until football starts on Thursday.
Right.
Just going to remove myself from it entirely so I can feel less dead inside.
Yeah.
But yeah. I thought having won the Super Bowl last year would have made me feel less of this, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't. And so now I'm in this weird pit of despair.
I think you need them to win like 3 or 4 in a row. And then that will be to the point of nothing can hurt me. We've done already what is historic, right?
Yeah.
Like I mentioned, Ken Plume and I won 3 straight Fortnite games last night.
Mm-hmm.
If we play tonight and we lose, I don't care. We got 3 in a row. We're good. The pain of the loss will not be felt. I think that's where the only answer, or have it not happen to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
A little more painful for you as an Eagle fan.
Anybody else. Just literally anybody else.
Yeah, because you had to see shots.
Sucks, man.
You had to see shots of Jerry Jones. 21.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The beginning of the game, he was like Mr. Burns, like sitting there looking like decrepit and deterorating.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second half of the game, it's like he took a little bit of play at halftime, and he was all like energetic and ready to go, and like he was it was like watching a car crash take course over like 2.5 hours. It's rough.
I feel for you. Like I said, I came home, I was unpacking, I was gone all weekend, and I turned on the game 21-7, and I turned to my dog. I was like, Steve's got to be pretty happy. And then every time I came back in the room to grab a new piece of clothing to put in the closet or the dirty hamper, I was like, and I knew not to write you until hours later.
I appreciate that. That's a good friend. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
Because this is one of the things I realized in my wallowing.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what kind of sports fan or rivalry you have with people, I have one of my best friends, one of my groomsmen is a Cowboys fan.
Oh.
We haven't talked in the last couple of days. Like we know that this time of year we give each other a little bit of space. Regardless, I didn't send him a bunch of shit after week 1, and he has respected me enough to not. I didn't want to look down and see his name on my phone and think of that team down there. Yeah. And so the moral of the story is to the real sports fans in your life, give them space, give them a day. Give them a little, it's okay the ribs are fine. The little pokes are okay here and there, but when you know they've taken a beating on one, wait a little while. Give me a day.
I only take that so far unless I really, really know them.
Right.
But like if it's a win, like when the Commanders beat the Bears in that crazy Hail Mary play last year, it was an emotional night for Mark Ellis. His dog had passed, and he just kind of felt Molly was watching down, and it was I texted him as the play happened, but if they lost, like when the Dolphins beat the Commanders, the only thing we texted each other was, let's forget this game ever happened. And that's what you got to do to sports friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's times and places for talking shit. The best time to do that is in the off season when neither of you can prove anything and you can just talk shit. It gets real during the season when the numbers go up on the board and, heartstrings are being pulled, and
I might. I get you. I feel you. As a Dolphin fan, this has been the last 35 years of my life. Maybe the last 40. I don't know if I'm going to broadcast Wednesday. We could do a quick NFL picks. I should at least pick the Thanksgiving Day games, right?
You want to pick? Okay, yeah. Let me pull this up real quick. I got.
And the Dolphins. The Dolphins are at the Saints. Without a doubt, I'm going to take the Dolphins.
What is this? Week 13.
Week 13.
Week 12. Week 13.
Yeah. So give me those lines. We got Packers at Detroit.
Okay, so we want to do the Thanksgiving Day games. Okay, Packers at Detroit. Detroit is a 2.5 point favorite.
I'm feeling it for Detroit this year. I think they're going to win by 5. I think dedicating this one to my friend Laserbolt and Lauren Romo.
Wow.
Lions.
Okay. Taking the Lions. They're at home against the Packers. That's not a bad matchup. Okay.
Cowboys, Kansas City. Gosh, short week.
Kansas City is at Dallas. Dallas is a 3-point underdog at home.
I mean, I want Kansas City to lose. I so needed them to lose because if they were 5-6 and the Dolphins go 5-7, oh my god. The Chiefs are the better team. I hate to say this though, the Cowboys have got a little bit of emotion behind them. There was, of course, a tragedy. We're not making light of that, but that's kind of going on with them. They're at home. They're riding high. Steve, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm going to take Dallas at home. I'm predicting a Dallas win.
I can't say I love that, but I get it. And from a gambler standpoint, you're getting 3 points at home on Thanksgiving. It's a great pick, but God, do I hope Kansas City wins by 112. Game number 3 is the night game on Thursday at 8:21 p.m. Eastern. The Cincinnati Bengals travel to Baltimore. Baltimore is a 7-point favorite.
Emotionally, I need Cincinnati to win and win in an emotional kind of big, oh my God, because then they go to Miami the next week and I need them to be emotionally drained and overconfident. But the reality is Baltimore's in that, like, they're in that, like, hey, you thought we sucked, but we don't kind of mode. I got to play it safe. You'll be asleep anyways. I'm going to pick the Ravens.
Okay, picking the Ravens and all those points. And it's wishy-washy whether or not Joe Burrow is back. They thought he was coming back this week. He didn't. So we don't know yet what is going on with
and then I should probably we got the Dolphins over the Saints.
Yeah.
I should probably just look at the Bear Eagle game, right? Is that too much for you?
That's the Black Friday game. No, I'm a big boy. I can handle it. Okay. Let's do it. Chicago is at Philly. Philly is a 7 for whatever fucking reason. Sorry. Philly is a 7-point favorite at home to Chicago. They have the same record, I think.
They do. They're 8-3.
Maybe Philly has one. Yeah.
Here's the thing. The Eagles are smarting. They're a little embarrassed. They know they're better than that. They've got some offensive issues. I know. But the Eagles are a tried and true team, Steve. That's what you got to take from this. The Eagles are a tried and true team. They had a little trip up. The Bears are on the rise. But what happens to teams on the rise? Every once in a while, until they are a established team, a Kansas City, a Philly, New England back in the day, a team on the rise falls back. They slip. They get a little too confident. They're playing with emotion. Eagles are going to win this, and you're going to have a good Black Friday celebration.
I love the confidence, Ken. I appreciate that. We're taking Philly at home on Black Friday, and then your only Sunday game is Saints at the Dolphins. Your Dolphins all of a sudden are world beaters and a 5.5-point favorite against what is a junior professional football team in the New Orleans Saints.
Yep. And look, the Dolphins very much have the ability to lose this game and lose it bad because that's what we do. But I like where we're at. I like the vibes I'm feeling. 3-2-1 family is what they say in the huddle. I'm confidently picking my Dolphins here to go, and then that'll put us at 5-7. 5-7, and then we're going to be on all the graphics, Steve. We're going to be on all the graphics.
That's something. If you can be in the graphics during the holiday season, you're playing for something, and that's what we're all here for. At the end of the day, we're all here so that at the end of the season, we can when they play these games, we feel something.
We feel something in our hearts. Love it. That's it. We're getting out of here. Might do a pop-up show Wednesday, maybe. I don't know. Might definitely doing a show Saturday. Who knows how I'm feeling Friday. Also, maybe I could just not work for 2 days in a row. Who knows? A lot of fun. Thank you. Thank you all for being in on the joke, as always, as we have fun around here. I hope someone in our audience is a one-hit wonder for your Thanksgiving. Don't forget, you can pick up In My Day on my Bandcamp at napzok.bandcamp.com. Appreciate that. We'll see you next time. Happy Thanksgiving if I don't see you. Bye.